Yep. October 30th, 2021. Halfcast 173, episode 173. Let's go. Happy Saturday, you guys. I hope everyone's weekend is going well. Of course, I have a few things to share with you. An evening of reflection. Shall we? Department of Corrections looking for prisoner who walked away from LA facility. Isn't this a great way to start your Halloween, knowing that on Halloween weekend there's an escaped prisoner walking around LA County somewhere, right? Authorities Monday sought public help to find a prisoner who walked away from a California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation facility in the Los Angeles area over the weekend. Delbert Pineda, 32, was discovered missing from the Mel County Reentry Program. Oh, he re-entered. All right. He re-entered your community and is probably outside a window near you. No. At about 7 p.m. Sunday, according to the CDCR, Pineda is 5'6", weighs 160 pounds. Not quite Michael Myers physique, but then again, this ain't a movie. This is real life. And has black hair and brown eyes. He was wearing a gray shirt and gray shorts. He was serving a 4-year sentence for vehicle theft with prior vehicle-related theft convictions, which means he can move around. You don't know what he's going to be driving when he pulls up on you. A second strike, the CDCR reported. He was scheduled to be released in October. No, he's done today. He's done today. The Mel Community's done right now. The Mel Community Reentry Program allows eligible offenders committed to state prison to serve the end of their sentences in a reentry center and provides them the programs and tools necessary to transition from custody back into the community. Oh, he knows how to get his way back into the community. Anyone who sees Pineda or knows his whereabouts was urged to call their local law enforcement organization or 911. Woo! What a good way to start this eve of Halloween podcast. If you like the show, subscribe and comment. Let me know you're rocking with your boy. Next up, FDS Church, its bishop and a contractor ordered to pay nearly $1 million for making children work without pay for years. Now, let's see how this plays out. A federal judge in Utah ordered the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and 2 of its affiliates to pay nearly $1 million for allegedly violating child labor laws when they employed minors on a ranch without paying them for years. And I don't care what church, I don't care what organization, if you're trying to make me work, if I'm a child, and I said this, this came up in an earlier podcast, that it's almost cult-like how they have these kids at these camps when you should just be letting them be kids. Me, I'm walking off. Know what I mean? F you, Bishop. If my family wants to be mad at me, they shouldn't have me there in the first place. Then screw them to, emancipate. A federal judge in Utah ordered the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They employed minors on a ranch without paying them for years, as if the laws separation of church and state, but you still can't work minors without the proper paperwork. The decision comes after a 2012 video showed women and children working to harvest pecans. Oh no, at a farm in southern Utah. Yeah, I'll walk home. Fuck your pecans. The U.S. Department of Labor had filed a complaint accusing Bishop Lyle Jepps and his business contractor Brian Jessup of illegally hiring the children. U.S. District Court Judge Jill Parrish on Wednesday ordered Jeffs to pay $312,079 and $312,079.30. I got my decimal points. Okay. In back wages and $312,079.30 in damages, according to court documents. Another $281,000, 336 and $281,336.32 in back wages were also ordered for Jessup and the church. Yeah, you pay all that back. The U.S. Department of Labor, alleged Paragon contractors, the company Jessup brand at the time, used children from FLDS to work on the pecan farm without paying. I'm not picking no fucking pecans. I'm just going to be a problem child. You sent me. Yeah, you can excommunicate me from the church, whatever they do to kids that just won't listen. I'm not doing it. Yeah. Without pay from 2018 to 2013. Mom and dad, we can square up. If you think you're gonna send me out to the farm to pick pecans on somebody's farm, Dad, we can square up. Mom, I would be highly disappointed in you. But yeah, stand up from 2019 show. Jefferson Jessup allegedly failed to document records of the hour of the hours worked on the ranch, refused to provide names of employees, and didn't respond to subpoenas. The documents show. CNN has tried to contact Lyle Jeffs, FLDS Paragon contractors, and Jessup for comment, but was unable to reach him. Damn right. Football player allegedly killed man who pretended to be a woman on Tinder for sex. Stop meeting people off the internet for sex. It's starting to turn out that what was once went well, what turned out usually to be fun and adventurous situations, is now turning out that it's always turning out bad. Like the scales are tipping to more losses than wins at this point. So please think twice before you swipe right. No, a suspended Division I college football player, Division I, was indicted on a second-degree murder charge Tuesday for allegedly killing a man he mistook for a woman after meeting for sex. Virginia Tech linebacker Izamin Itut, 18, will be tried in the Montgomery County Circuit Court after a grand jury returned a true bill regarding the case. A report said the Virginia Tech freshman was initially arrested in May for the killing of 40-year-old Jerry Smith. According to what? Jerry Smith. And you thought, according to court documents, Atut met Smith through the dating app Tinder. They got together on April 10th and engaged in oral sex. Attorneys said Atut believed he had met with the woman because Smith represented himself as a woman called Angie on Tinder. Can you getting dressed up? You broke out the good cologne, the Issey Miyake, and your friends are like, where you going? Where you going smelling all good? I'm going to meet Angie on Tinder. A month after their encounter, Atut went to Smith's Blacksburg home and to determine if he had engaged sexually with the man or woman. Isn't this something that you're supposed to like know off the top before you've done it now already? Like you're supposed to know these things before you go into these type of encounters and these situations. So yeah, a month after their encounter, Atut went to Smith's Blacksburg home and determined if he engaged sexually with the man or woman. Attorneys and witnesses said on May 31st, the football player groped Smith to ascertain his gender and used the flashlight on his phone to get a look at them. So would you put your phone down the person's to look? It's not funny, like the nature of what happened, but it's just these situations are easily avoided if you're first of all, you shouldn't be pretending to be anyone you're not. All right, that's 1A. And 1B, before you got into that encounter, you should have knew exactly what you were dealing with in the first place. So it's a 1A and 1B. Neither is like, it's both wrong as hell. Both, yeah. But a detective testified, you stuck your phone down it. After this, Atu allegedly began beating Smith and purportedly told authorities that he heard a bubbling and gurgling noise when he exited the apartment. The report said, wow. Wow. Stop meeting. First off, stop hiding who you are and be upfront about who you are and what you're looking for, because you might get some no's. It doesn't matter what you are. Doesn't matter what you are. You're gonna get some no's, but you'll be more satisfied when you get that one genuine yes. Philadelphia to become first major U.S. city to ban police from stopping drivers for low-level traffic violations. And yeah, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. First off, you're saving resources, you're conserving resources. That, and the way things are happening now is you can pull somebody over for a routine traffic stop, and that officer might not make it home. They get involved in a shootout for just a routine, for just a BS traffic stop. So that can cut. Yeah, hopefully that shows good signs. When Philadelphia mayor signs landmark legislation as soon as this week, the city will become the first major U.S. city to ban police from stopping drivers for low-level traffic violations. Stops that studies target black drivers at disproportionately higher rates. And yeah, you get drivers that they're riding with a pistol, first off, and then they get pulled over for something they can't. Yeah, and they get nervous. They get nervous because you don't know if for a traffic stop you don't know if you're gonna make it home to your family at night. They get antsy, the cop get antsy, and all of a sudden somebody gets hurt. Man, the driving equality bill passed 14-2 by the city council on October 14th, categorizes certain motor vehicle code violations as primary violations, which allow officers to pull people over in the name of public safety, and secondary violations that don't meet the criteria for a lawful traffic stop, according to the office of Council Member Isaiah Thomas, who authored the bill. The bill will take effect 120 days after Philadelphia Mayor Jim Kenney signs it into law, which his office said he intends to do. While Philadelphia is the largest city to ban such traffic stops, some local and state governments have also enacted similar policies. In September, Ramsey County, Minnesota, announced prosecutors will no longer pursue cases against people who are unfairly targeted and detained during non-public safety stops. The new policy comes 5 years after former St. Anthony Police Department officer Geronimo Yanez fatally shot Philando Castile 7 times during a traffic stop in 2016 over a broken tail light. This is what we are trying to avoid when we sign these bills into law, is for the meaningless, like, things that happen that when you look back in hindsight, that how the hell did this even happen in the first place? Now you have either a police officer is missing, loses his life and leaves a family behind, or a driver in which case he probably should have got a ticket, or maybe in some cases he shouldn't even have been pulled over, or she should have been pulled over in the first place. Yeah, now they're hurt. I think this is Prince Andrew says sex assault accuser in Jeffrey Epstein case seeks payday, calls her lawsuits frivolous. No, they're not. You're a prince. You're a prince. What did you think? That the same thing that got you all that tail when you were doing this shit and you knew it was wrong, the same pickup line that got you in the door. I'm a prince. What did you think? You're a prince of who? I'm a prince of what? England or whatever. Who's your family? The Queen of England. Oh yeah, you got money. Yeah, give me a couple gold bars, a few diamonds. Prince Andrew says a woman who claims Jeffrey Epstein, and I love how he's just a civilian. They're running his ass through the fucking court system like he's just a civilian. Prince Andrew says a woman who claims Jeffrey Epstein offered her to him 3 times for sex is out for payday and has harmed many innocent people with false accusations. The British royal said in court papers Friday, no, man, y'all were all out there running around that island or whatever the hell it was. All y'all had y'all drawers in your head and Mai Tais in your bellies. And was that y'all all thought it was about having a good time. Virginia Giuffre may well be a victim of sexual abuse at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein, and nothing can excuse nor fully capture the abhorrence and gravity of Epstein's monstrous behavior against Giuffre. If so, reads the Prince's motion to dismiss Jeffrey's lawsuit. However, and without diminishing the harm suffered as a result of Epstein's alleged misconduct, Prince Andrew never sexually abused or assaulted Giuffre because I am a prince. Women willfully laid themselves at my feet. Giuffre is one of Epstein's most prominent accusers and has long maintained that he trafficked her for sex in the early 2000s when she was a teenager. In a lawsuit filed in August, she says the dead financier and his jailed madam, Ghislaine Maxwell, forced her into having sex with the Duke of York 3 times. This is the Duke. You're going to go in there, and if he wants you to paddle his bottom, you paddle his goddamn bottom. Now 38, Giuffre says she was forced into sex with Andrew when she was 17 years old in Maxwell's London townhouse, Epstein's Upper East Side mansion, and Epstein's private island in the Virgin Islands. But this is horrible. I've seen some documentaries on that whole Epstein Island thing, and it's really horrific. Yeah, it was meant to only be fun for one party, and it wasn't the people who were there, not of their will. Andrew, who is 9th in the line for the British throne, was served the suit August 27th in the Royal Lodge at the Royal Lodge in Windsor. Giuffre's lawyer, David Boies, filed the case under New York Child Victims Act. Most people could only dream of obtaining the sums of, and you would think the royal family, no, the royal family is not pulling no strings because it's embarrassing. Like, nah, man, you come from a line of, you're embarrassing the royal family. You're out here, you caught, you can't, you're a prince. You're not supposed to be out here on an island with pedophiles and doing this type of behaving like this, and then you come back and sit at the seat as a part of the royal family. No, I would be fucked up. Like, yo, do what you know what? He made his bed, let him lie in it. I know he's a prince or whatever. He's 9th in line. He's only 9th in line. We got 8 more people. We got this. This presents a compelling motive for Giuffre continue to filing frivolous lawsuits against individuals such as Prince Andrew, whose sullied reputation is only the latest collateral damage of the Epstein scandal. Sullied his reputation. Fun show. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you can catch this ride with me next time. That being said, I'm going to wrap this up. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Adios.